Chinese military analysts say constant upgrades are expected for China's J-20 fighter jets, after foreign media recently reported that a new and more powerful variant of the stealth aircraft had emerged. The J-20's new features change the plane's shape, which could increase its aerodynamic capabilities and performance and decrease its observable quality, U.S. media outlet TheDrive.com reported on Friday, citing unverified photos circulating on social media. One of the most notable changes is a modified and flattened cockpit canopy that blends in with the raised spine, the report says. This kind of aerodynamic arrangement is likely to have the effect of improving performance and handling during transonic flights by reducing drag on the fuselage. And the enlarged spine can also provide useful space for additional avionics and fuel, says TheDrive.com. It is also expected that the J-20 will eventually replace the current, standard domestically developed US-10 engine with the more powerful US-15 engine, according to the report. The report is based on unconfirmed information and is purely speculative. A Chinese military expert who requested anonymity told the Global Times on Sunday. But it is natural that the J-20 will continue to receive upgrades to enhance its capabilities, as it has done over the past years, said the expert. Comparing its first public appearance at Airshow China 2016 to its most recent appearance at Airshow China 2022, the J-20 has undergone many changes. All J-20s participating in Airshow China 2022 are equipped with domestically developed engines, powerful US-15 engines, and avionics completely upgraded to the latest version, said Major Li Weiping, a J-20 pilot, at a press conference at Airshow China 2022 in Zhuhai, South China's Guangdong province in November. The J-20 will increase not only in numbers produced, but also in terms of capabilities, analysts say. After 6 days of intensive flying demonstrations by J-20 fighter jets at Airshow China 2022, which ended on Sunday in Zhuhai, South China's Guangdong province, military observers pointed out more details reflecting the aircraft's stealth strength and increased combat capabilities in terms of engineering and tactics, as well as the resulting numbers, which they believe could deter potential opponents, including Taiwan independent separatists and external interference forces. During the flight show, the J-20 displayed a unique rolling maneuver. During a roll, the nose of the aircraft continually changes the direction it points, drawing a circle with the axis of the flight path in the center instead of the usual roll shown by other aircraft, where the nose will move along the axis without changing direction. The J-20 performs this maneuver not only while flying forward, but also while climbing. This, along with several small radius turns and climbs, demonstrates the J-20's exceptional maneuverability and ability to point its nose at targets during maneuvers. These moves will win the J-20 an advantage in aerial combat, Zhang Xufeng, an expert on the Chinese military, told the Global Times after watching the J-20 show. This is realized through the unique aerodynamic design, which is an independent innovation of China, as well as the engine made in China, said Zhang. It is expected that the J-20 will increase its maneuverability with a new engine with thrust vector control. Taihang series turbofan engines with 2D and 3D thrust vector control nozzles were also exhibited at Airshow China 2022. 4 J-20s flew in a diamond formation during the flight show, and it is a large tactical unit with high combat-oriented significance, Song Zhongping, a Chinese military expert and TV commentators, told the Global Times. Another highlight of the J-20's display at this year's airshow was their landing and takeoff in front of the general public for the first time. On landing, the J-20 released a drag parachute, and on takeoff, 2 J-20s took off at the same time. Photographers who had seen other fighter planes landing and taking off told the Global Times at the airshow site that the runway distance required for the J-20 to take off and land is very short. This was tactically important because in combat, runways could be targeted and damaged, and using only a small portion of the undamaged runway for takeoff and landing could greatly improve a warplane's operational capability. At the same time, it can reduce the risk of being hit during the process, analysts say. During a static display after the J-20's landing, observers noted that there appeared to be a construction number painted on the plane. Based on these figures, U.S. media outlet Defense News speculates that China may have built more than 200 J-20s. If so, the number of J-20s has already surpassed that of the F-22, the J-20's U.S. counterpart. About 186 F-22s were delivered to the U.S. Air Force. All these details reflect the achievements of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, Air Force, and the country's aviation industry, and they will serve as a deterrent to potential adversaries, including Taiwan independent separatists and external interference forces, demonstrating that the PLA is fully capable. Safeguard national sovereignty, territorial integrity, and development interests, experts say.